Good afternoon from Kirkville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for the 12th day of March 2020. Uh, all right, we got somebody that did show up out there. Uh, I just thought I would come do a quick one. Still not feeling 100%, but part of that's due to concern over what's going on in this country right now. I did get a hold of my doctor's office, and they were telling Grace and I to stick with some simple things like alternating ibuprofen and Tylenol is the best way. Uh, we feel a little sweaty every now and then, which is feverish. Got a uh, thermometer, but we hadn't been able to detect any fever or anything. It's just generally feeling rotten. When we do eat, you feel real hungry going into it. Uh, Hello, uh, Siri. How you doing? Um, the NBA has canceled games. Part of this. See, this what I hadn't been able to control. All of a sudden, I'm gonna start coughing. Uh, so we don't know whether that's suspended for a whole season. Some are suspecting that's what it's going to take. Hello, Emma. Uh, hello, Sherry. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Or Cheryl, right? Uh, all right, let's see. Where was I? I didn't have a lot written down, but more and more I watched Joe Sherwood today, and I happen to agree with him. There's something about this big orange thing, besides having fun beating the hell out of him. Uh, he, I'm starting to suspect more and more the way he protects money. Acts like that's something sacred. Hello, Sue. Hello, Lisa. Um, just a matter, they said, of resting and drinking a lot of fluids and resting is the big deal. Um, and I finally figured out, if you uh, think back to December when the regime had a chance to do something about uh, incoming Americans and some Chinese from China back in December. He figured out why he didn't do anything. He was afraid it would mess up his trade deal. You got to keep in mind, this man is transactional. He's not concerned about anybody's life. He's concerned about all these big companies and their bottom line. That's more important. That's why I'm saying that this man is not of God. He's the opposite of that. He's of the devil. And that's the reason uh, he's got his Teflon Don coating and all that, because he's got a cult following that think he can do no harm. Remember now that he is the chosen one, he said. And remember back at the convention, he said that this nation had problems and only he could solve those problems. Yeah. Uh, and that's when, people should have learned right then. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time. Oh, damn. And officials, the health officials, were talking with lawmakers today. We don't have a system in place. For example, there's been 1,100 people tested in the U.S. so far. In South Korea, they do that many tests every day of the week. It's just, we're not, where's this money going that he's getting together? You better keep an eye on him. Him and his damn kleptomaniacs in the White House are stealing all that money. And I wouldn't put it past them to be carting it out of the White House and putting it in their banks and get it all together. And then when he gets thrown out of office, they'll all take off out of the country with most of the wealth of America with them. These are bad people. Like I said, they're not of God. They're the opposite of God. Uh, and just look what Donnie has done since he's been in office. He's hollowed out government departments. And this is where we're at today. He did the same thing to the damn CDC. Why? Because he's always been obsessed with Obama. Obama this, Obama that. That's the reason Democrats and Obama get blamed for every damn thing that happens, because this man is obsessed with Obama. For one thing, he will never be the president that Obama was, and I think he knows that. But he has to strike out at him. And we're talking about an idiot in the White House that thinks he's a stable genius. Now he's a self-declared doctor. You saw him at CDC. Damn. Oh, I wish I felt better for you folks. Don't get me wrong, I'm feeling better than I have. Coming up toward the end of the week. So we got a big Friday show, and then we got YouTube again on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that. We're just going to stick around here as much as we can and rest up. And of course, I'll keep my eye on all the big stories. Let me see if I got anything else for y'all today. Oh, the strange case, the way the accusing. The UK is left out of the travel ban, yet they have 500 cases in their country. Other countries have less, and but they're covered under Johnson. Yeah, Boris Johnson. That's what has to do with that. The mini Trump over in the UK. That's what that's about. Everything the man does is he has favoritism for certain people like Putin, Erdogan of Turkey, uh, Slice and Dice Salman of Saudi Arabia, and this ridiculous war. You noticed he hadn't gotten on to either Russia or the Saudi Arabians over their gas war. And that's what it is. One seeing how low they can go with it. And all that's going to do is hurt oil jobs here in the United States. There's going to be some of those people who are going to be going home because you can't keep lowering the price of oil. Today, I was lucky because I got my flu shot at Hy-Vee. I got 20 cents off a gallon, with it being 196.9 a gallon. I got today with 20 cents off. I got it at 176.9 a gallon. So that helped a whole lot on. You can get up to 20 gallons at one time on that. So got the car filled up, still limping around, needing a tune up, I think, but we got to get all of our bills handled before we can start worrying about going over. I know it's going to cost over 100 just to get things serviced and get it running right again, but we'll get to it. This too is for the Blue Dot family. This is the reason I've gotten this. I hadn't had a chance today to see how many people we got. Hello, Joe. Just mentioned you, my brother, and your sermon today, and it was a good sermon. Hello, Dawn. And let's see. Hello, Beverly. I've seen you out there before, Beverly. And yeah, not these circumstances, not when it's going to cost people their jobs. And that's ultimately what it's going to do. And we don't know how far it will fall. I doubt it will go. When we moved up to Missouri in 2002, gas prices were at $1.18 a gallon. 2002. That's a long time. Not quite 20 years yet, but coming up on it. All right, I will let you go now. I should have a good Friday show. I would also like to remind folks that I have a couple of different ways that you can help me out. I'll put those memes out there. I was only able to share this show today with biker wisdom and thoughts, and also JBS, and also Rant and Randy's, and then my timeline. I just didn't have the time. I was on the phone minutes before with the doctor's office, minutes before I got on here. But it's not a requirement that you help me out, but it really makes a difference on keeping things going. Paying that internet bill that I paid today. I got that done. Paid my car insurance. So whatever keeps for this Blue Dot family. What we have got to remember, and I'll let you go after this. What we have to remember, we have to be united behind whoever comes out of that convention, whether it's Bernie or Biden. We have to stand united behind them. We have to get the Antichrist out of our White House. Nothing good is going to come of him being where he's at. Only the rich will profit from anything he does. And we all know that. That's why it's important as Blue Dots that we keep this thing going. It's also important on all of our different groups that we stay united. Don't be infighting with people. If you like Biden, that's fine. If you like Sanders, that's fine. But don't be fighting with each other over who's better. Just tell about the good points of your candidate and leave it at that. Don't run people off or put them off on your candidate because your candidate's so much better. That's not why we have these groups. We're not out there to argue with each other. We're out there to unite with each other. Have a good one, and I'll leave you with peace, resist, and persist. And I insist that we do everything we can to get people out to the polls, talk about your candidate wherever you go, because this is the most important election cycle in a lifetime. In this one, we have got to win. All right, I'll let you go now. Have a good one. I may be at the uh, meeting later on, and I will be getting some rest, so I may be doing that. And we got to get something in us to eat and keep our spirits up, keep liquids in us, and ibuprofen and Tylenol alternated. Have a good one. I'll see you later. See you on that big Friday. We got Friday coming up, folks, and you know what that means. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Share this shit. Get it out there.